Om. 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 Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Vasudevasutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram. Hari Om. We have started fifth chapter of Bhagavad Gita called Karma Sannyasa Yoga. We saw last class, ashramas are different and yogas are different. Sadhanas are different. Right? Ashrama means what? Grihastha ashrama, brahmacharya ashrama, vanaprasthi and sannyasa ashrama. Brahmacharya ashrama is a preparation which is normally gets attached to grihastha ashrama. And vanaprasthi is actually a preparation for sannyasa. So, pradhanataha, mainly, there are two ashramas, grihastha ashrama and sannyasa ashrama is considered because grihastha ashrama and sannyasa. Vanaprasthi is preparation for sannyasa. Brahmacharya is a preparation either for grihastha ashrama or directly one can take up parivrajaka or vanaprasthi or directly sannyasa. Anyway, in ashramas, we have a choice. Whether to become a grihastha ashrama or sannyasa ashrama, there appears to be having a choice. We do have a choice, depending upon what? Upon our samskaras, prarabdha karma, many other situations. So that is not decided. It is not compulsory that one has to go necessarily through grihastha ashrama to become a sannyasi. That is not a necessary rule. So they have an ashrama style is different, right? We have a choice, depending on what? One's taste, one's wish, one's will, one's circumstances, etc. Then what about sadhanas? Sadhana mein there is no choice. Whether it is karma or jnana yoga, there is no choice because one has to necessarily practice karma yoga, then get qualified for practicing of jnana yoga. So whether you are in sannyasa ashrama or grihastha ashrama, these two sadhanas are to be practiced serially. There is some range where they overlap. When you are shifting from karma yoga, progressing towards sannyasa, the overlapping area will come where you can practice karma yoga also and some sort of meditations and jnana yoga also. Meaning exclusively dedicated to jnana. So, but sadhanas cannot be avoided. There is no choice for us. I will choose, I like karma yoga, I like only jnana yoga, I will take up jnana yoga. Aisa kuch nahi hai because evolution is a process. So with this aspect, we have seen in the last class very clearly that everyone has to practice karma yoga, antakarana shuddhi, then jnana sadhana. In sannyasa ashram also, sannyasa karma is different. Sannyasi, the karmas which are prescribed for sannyasis are different from the karmas which are prescribed for grihastha. And grihastha's lifestyle is different. Sannyasi's lifestyle is different. Grihastha's lifestyle is, of course, it has its own challenges, and sannyasi lifestyle also has its own challenges. Very clear. Yes, relatively speaking, the problems which are generally gone through a grihastha are not gone through a sannyasi, So he has got some better options, a better certain conveniences are more regarding spiritual sadhana if a sannyasa ashrami is able to utilize that intelligently, those choices. Right? Such as unnecessary, the grihastha ashrama has so much of burden, so much of responsibilities are there. But in the case of a sannyasi, he is not having such, but he has his own. But so both of them have to practice karma yoga, both of them have to practice jnana yoga. For jnana yoga and karma yoga, but karma for grihastha is different. Then he comes to jnana practice. Sannyasi's karma is different. Then eventually comes to jnana practice. So when Arjuna is asking, please tell me one path very clearly, should I practice sannyasa or yoga? Krishna said, see, this is not the right way because both are actually leading to goal. Because grihastha also you practice karma and yoga, jnana. And in sannyasa ashram also you practice karma and jnana. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna said, sannyasa karma yogascha nishchreyasa karau ubhau. Both lead you to ultimate result or enlightenment, mukti. Both lead you to highest bliss. But as far as in comparison to sannyasa yoga, that is sannyasa ashrama is jnana yoga or sannyasa ashrama, grihastha ashrama is better. Karma sannyasat, karma yoga means grihastha ashrami is better. Why? For you in particular. Because majority of people are not qualified for sannyasa. So the safest is for what? Grihastha ashrama is safe for majority. Unless one is extraordinarily qualified. We have seen it happens. If you suppose somebody immature fellow takes sannyasa, he will have to suffer the consequences of that ashrama. So it is not good. So all are not fit for sannyasa ashrama, but all are fit for karma yoga, and all have to practice. Both of them have to practice. Grihastha and sannyasa has to practice karma yoga. अपना अपना कर्म का क्षेत्र अलग है, कर्म अलग होता है. And both they can practice jnana yoga. Therefore, both will reach you enlightenment. There is no doubt about it. Grihastha parampara also is there, very beautiful thing. And then sannyasi parampara also is there. Shvetaketu and his father. Both are father and son only. Then Bhrugurvai Varunaha, Varunam Pitaram Apasasara, Varuna and Bhrugu, son. They had discussions. Father teaches the son. Here also Shvetaketu was taught by his father. And Brahma taught this to his own son. So now the son Grihastha Parampara also Jnanam is same. Jnanam is flowing. But the lifestyle is different. So when you say that sannyasa is difficult, I have to define now who is a sannyasi. Is it not? Why it is difficult? Krishna says it is difficult. Not for everybody. And not for you in particular, because you are a man of action. So Krishna says in 3rd sloka of 5th chapter, Jneyasa nitya sannyasi yo nadveshti na kankshati nirdvandvo hi mahabaho sukam bandhat pramuchyate. Jneyasa nitya sannyasi yo nadveshti na kankshati. Nirdvandvo hi mahabaho sukam bandhat pramuchyate. A Mahabaho, a Arjuna, a Mahabaho, he is a Nitya Sannyasi. Who is a Nitya Sannyasi? Nitya Sannyasi means he is always a permanent sannyasi. Permanent sannyasi. What is sannyasi is defined here? He is a Nitya Sannyasi, a permanent sannyasi. Who? Yaha na dveshti and yaha na kankshati. One who has no desire, number one, and who does not desire, na kankshati, na dveshti, who does not hate. So raga dvesha. In fact, na kankshati, he does not desire, means raga. Who does not hate, na dvesha. See, na dveshti is equal to dvesha. So raga dvesha. These two are the problem. So Krishna says that, what is that method by which one can advantage in both the ashramas? That is, when I can grahastha also, when I can be in sannyasi also. But what is that path actually real sannyasa means? Because in both the ashramas I can practice karma and jnana. So Bhagavan Krishna says that advantages, So one can be a grahastha also, and he can be a sannyasi. Grahastha sannyasi meaning he can be a grahastha ashrama, yet he can be a sannyasi. And if one is a sannyasi ashrami, but yet he has ragadvesha, he is not a sannyasi. But one is a grahastha, but he has not got any ragadvesha, he is a sannyasi. So, one who has no raga and dvesha, one who has no desire and hatred, attachment and hatredness, etc., such a person, one who is freed from these dualities, dvandva, that means what? One who can really handle raga dvesha. They have to handle. Because in grahastha ashrama also, full of raga dvesha, more perhaps in grahastha ashrama. Because more is it's a very important thing. More you are interacting with the society, with the varieties of people, more there are chances for raga dvesha. Oh, I'll stop interaction, but it is not grahastha dharma. A sannyasa ashrami. When it's a sannyasi, one who has taken sannyasa ashrama, his rules are different. Ekaki, yata chittatma, gandvati, to vimatsa, all those many qualities Bhagavan Krishna said. He is able to ekanta practice solitude. Who is sannyasi? Ashrami, sannyasa ashrami. So grahastha is not possible. And even though grahastha has not got this raga dvesha, but what happens is that even the world is capable of inducing raga dvesha in a grahasti. That's a tragedy. They plant raga dvesha. They make you compare your lifestyle, and then or somebody else, wife or husband, puts the poison in the life partner, spouse, or children can, or anybody, it's a very complex relationships are there in that. Or son-in-law comes, it's called Dashamagraha. 9 planets are not enough. The 10th planet is Dashamagraha. So there are so many problems for a grahastha. So in grahastha ashrama, typical main, not also in sannyasa ashrama, but more in grahastha ashrama is what typical problems are raga dvesha. So who is a grahastha sannyasi? Krishna is very simple. Learn how to handle raga dvesha. Raga dvesha vayuktaistu vishayanindriyescharan atmavashyer vidheyatma prasadam adhigacchati. And Bhagavan Krishna said, what is that? Indriyasya indriyasya arthe ragadvesho vyavastitau tayoho vasham na agacche tau hi asya paripanthinau. And every sense object, there these two ragadvesha are there. And there are sense organs also. So when you go out also, they are influenced by ragadvesha. So Bhagavan Krishna says they are there. See, in life, you cannot say there is no, I can live absolutely without. Krishna says, no, there are ragadveshas are there. There are your own tastes are there, your own taste. You cannot say, I have my own taste. So many tastes are there. Food, I have some taste. Dress, I may have some taste. In travel, I have some tastes. So like everybody has their own tastes. I have some tastes only in some texts in Vedanta. More I enjoy them. Certain texts on this philosophical thing I may not enjoy. Not I don't hate them, but. So this is normal. But Krishna says, Tayoho vasham na agacche. That's a beautiful point. Don't come under their sway. They are there. One cannot be absolutely free from them. You cannot say, I'll be completely get freed from Raga Dvesha. No, as long as the body is there, Raga Dveshas come and dance before us. Meaning, they are trying constantly tempting us. See? Therefore, no, there are so many options are there. One is first option, be a simple, one after Brahmacharya Ashrama, one can be a Grahastha. Then follow karma and jnanam. Very simple path. Grahastha Ashrama Dharma. Second, as we said, Shastras can encourage, do encourage a Brahmachari to become a sannyasi directly. If he is qualified, if he has got that Purva Samskaras, he can directly enter into sannyasa ashram. No, but I cannot. But I saw third option, what? Okay, doesn't matter. Become a Grahastha. Enter Grahastha ashrama. Right? Follow Karma Yoga first for some time. Not directly. Somebody can remain Grahastha throughout life. Somebody can directly take sannyasa throughout life. Someone can join Grahastha ashrama after fulfilling responsibilities and after gaining some jnanam, because in Grahastha ashrama also he practices karma and jnanam. So when he gets jnanam, sufficient purification, he can become sannyasi afterwards and practice jnana yoga. So the Veda predominantly speaks about third option only. Veda doesn't ask us to become Grahastha and die as Grahastha. That is not the Vedic concept. Nor Veda directly suggests everyone to become sannyasi. That is also not the concept. Because that is also very exceptional option for given to some people only. Let's say there are many Mahatmas, Grahastha Mahatmas, great Jnanis, Siddha Purushas, Grahastha Mahayogis, Grahasthis. So they don't allow their followers to become sannyasis. They say you get married and practice your sadhana, serve society. So that is their path. And they are there. So all those who are temperamental, they cannot take up sannyasa ashrama directly. So they feel more comfortable with such great masters. So they go and then and sometimes the masters only get the disciples get married. So many organizations are there. They take their okay. You may not know everybody. Also, so many Mahatmas are there in India and abroad. In India especially. So they assure that okay. Now they perform marriage within their known circles sometimes. Many Mahatmas are doing it. Every Mahatma does it. Even Gurudev did it. Okay, you both get married. And both are living and then leading a life of Grahastha and dedicated to Gurudev, practicing, listening to Upanishads and Jnanam, and then that beautiful thing they are there. Both of them are there. So Veda doesn't want everyone to get stuck up as Grahastha. Veda also directly does not encourage everyone to become a sannyasi. So Veda says, Path is what? First become Grihastha. Then after some time, become sannyasi. Vanaprasthi, then sannyasa ashram. Vanaprastha training ground to become sannyasi. To become sannyasi. So, of all those options, Bhagavan Krishna says, Karma Yoga Vishishyate. Grihastha is, ashrama is very important. So, what is, we practice, who is sannyasi then? So, Grihastha has some advantages better than sannyasi. Some advantages are there for Grihasthi. So, one who is not capable of taking sannyasa, that's okay. You have your house, you can have food, you have people to take care of you. If you are living lovingly, you can create your own circle in society, you can really serve them. You can be loved by everyone around you. Your needs are taken care of. You are loved by everyone. There are so many people to help you because of your flowering of personality. There may not be any problem for food. You don't have to go for bhiksha and struggle. Sometimes you have a desire to eat rasagulla, you can get it. So it has its own advantages. And if you don't know how to handle Grihastha ashrama, it becomes a burden. Same with sannyasa ashrama also. What are sannyasa advantages? Many advantages are there. He need not have any burden, he need not have to think about social circles and obligations, and he has to attend this marriage, you have to take that gift, and then I have to invite them and her, they are coming, I have to go there, and there's so many social obligations sannyasi is free from. But he has his own difficulties. He doesn't know where his next meal would come from. And sometimes many monks all over the world, I mean, down the line, down the centuries and thousands of years, many people, Mahatmas, have lived alone, and then they just drop their bodies with great suffering, sometimes pain, no one to serve them. So sometimes they just be practicing Jnana Yoga, the body pain will be there, so body was dropped, but then they remained alone. I knew one monk only told. He lived without any human contact for 33 years in one of his previous incarnations, it seems. "33 years, absolutely no human contact. Not a single person he had met, it seems." A great Mahatma told about his previous incarnations. A great, enlightened yogi, Mahayogi. All are not capable of living like that. So there are common problems in Grihastha ashrama is Ragadvesha, more. Not that sannyasi will not have Ragadvesha. Please don't put your thoughts in my words very carefully. Bhagavan Krishna says both are nishreyasa kara ubhav. Both are leading to enlightenment only. But Grihastha ashrama has its own benefits because your temperament is different. So you can be a sannyasi in Grihastha. Why? How? Learn how to handle your Ragadvesha. Manage Raga. They are there, but don't come under their sway. Don't come under, everybody tells about usko dekho, isko dekho. Don't come. You also don't get carried away Ragadvesha. In the case of sannyasi, less people encounters, He may also have Ragadvesha. Not saying that he doesn't have, but less. He has no obligations, no other burden. He can go anytime. He can leave and go anytime. A sannyasi is there. I don't like this place. Chalo, kisi aur jagah jayenge. But a grihastha cannot walk out like that. He's tied up. So Krishna says, if you practice getting freed from raga and dvesha, you are a sannyasi. Then there is absolutely no problem for you. You become a nicha sannyasi. Like Janaka, Nicha sannyasi he was. A story also was there, it was that Janaka was also studying under a guru and with the sannyasi disciples, it seems. And then Guru created an illusion of whole palace is burning, and also tents of brahmacharis quarters also are burning. So all brahmacharis got worried. We have only one dress, one cow pina, or one extra one, two, one we are waiting, only one inside. That is also burnt. Where our kutia is burnt, where will we stay? How do you get? They are all got scared and ran away. And Janaka also was seen his own palace burning, but he was not moved. Then the all brahmacharis came, and then everybody went away. One student was left, it seems. Janaka was it. Because Janaka was not disturbed. Very famous anyway. There's big stories are there. So Krishna says, you can be a sannyasi. You can be a sannyasi in grahastha. So be a sannyasi in grahastha. Very simple technique. What is the simple technique? I understand raga dvesha should not be there. Raga dvesha towards any person, any experience, any object, anything, towards anything. If we are constantly practicing to free ourselves from raga and dvesha, towards any religion, towards any community, towards any individual, towards any place, person, object, time. Oh, I hate summer, I hate winter, I hate this, I hate that. Nothing. Raga dvesha should not be there towards anything. If we can have that kind of a thing, handle them. Likes and dislikes are there, but don't come under their sway, Bhagavan Krishna said. Nirdvandvo hi mahabhav. Then if you are nirdvandvaha, if you are above these pairs of opposites, sukham bandhat pramuchyate, then definitely you will attain moksha, pramuchyate. Sukham bandhat, sukham easily, happily, joyfully, you can go through your grahastha or sannyasa ashrama. Be joyful wherever you are. No, how can I joyful? But that is how, so raga dvesha, we have to remove it. Then work whatever we are supposed to do. So in grahastha, sukham means comfortably you can pass through life. I heard somewhere, when I heard means I knew one of our long back when I was in youth. Long back, I'm not even school going boy. One of my one amma, relative only, she went to, in those days, I'm talking of maybe 80, 81, 82, maybe 80 in those days. She went to Rishikesh, I believe. She was a big employee and all. So she went there and she was narrating stories of some people there in ashramas of Rishikesh. So she was earning money. She was a spinster, never married. So she came and then she was narrating and then she told me that, my dear, you see, I went there to Rishikesh with some Chinmaya Mission people only. She went long back with some brahmachari there. I went there and then I started wandering there in ashrams and all. People, there are some monks, some female saints, sannyasinis. One lady I met, she was really, asking little money to purchase a mosquito net. Why? She said, I don't have this mosquito net. In this place, mosquitoes are there very much where I am staying. Can you give me some money? I'll purchase a mosquito net so that I can meditate without being disturbed by mosquitoes. She was moved by such small things. For us, in those days, nowadays mosquito nets are not being used, but they used to use more in those days. So, she felt, she got some kind of a blinking in the eyes. Oh, some people say, I don't have money for medicines, I don't have money for food, I don't have money for little comforts, I don't have money for travel. There are so many sadhus. Not that they may be going through with great penance bhavana, tapasya bhav, or some people may be repenting that, I should have stayed back and then not as a grahasti perhaps, only at least I would have continued my job earning money. Maybe so many thoughts will go through. It's not easy. So you will easily get liberation. When? Whether you are in a grahastha or whether you are in sannyasa raga dvesha should not be there. Suppose in a sannyasi bankar bhi raga dvesha hai, he will not have peace of mind. गृहस्थी थिंग वो सन्यासी बड़ी लकी है, वो सब झंझटों से दूर हो गया, पार हो गया. Swami ji, what do you know? I am a grihastha. But that Swami also perhaps is very caught up in his own likes and dislikes, his own requirements, his own desires, his own mind, wandering, making it. So, therefore, one fundamental rule is, number one, a grihastha can become a sannyasi. How? Remove, chip off these two, raga, dvesha. This is a beautiful message given by Bhagavan Krishna. So, Nitya Sannyasi. Who is Nitya Sannyasi? One who is freed from Raga Dvesha or pairs of opposites, All kinds of pairs of opposites. Be freed from that. Labha, profit and loss, likes and dislikes, Mana Pamana Yotulyaha, honor and dishonor, Samyogam, Yogam. Sometimes we get Samyoga, means what I get what I want. Viyoga, sometimes I get separated from what I want, my loved things or my loved personalities. It could be separation from father and a daughter. It could be separation from husband, wife. Either a death or separation physically due to any reasons. Or the most loved place you have to leave. Or most loved house you may have to leave. Most loved job you are asked to leave. Yoga. So friends, when you close your eyes and find out, actually these are all happening. Bhagavan Krishna says, be a sannyasi by giving up or not coming under the sway of raga and dvesha. Then you will easily get liberation. Sukham bandhat pramuchyate. So, what is the message to? So sannyasis are less in number, no? There are some people say hardly there are around 50 lakhs monks in India, it seems, out of 140 crore population yearly. 135, I don't know what is the latest one, population. Out of so many crores, about 50 lakh monks are available, it seems. Somebody estimate. So what's the percentage? Not even 1%. Not even 0.5%. You can say about 0.06% maybe. Maybe not 0.06, whatever percentages. 150 crores you take, only 50 lakhs means you may think about it. Very less percentage of monks. My mind is not going into mathematics now. My mind is drawn towards sannyasa and yoga. So, Bhagavan Krishna is continuing. Sankhya yoga pruthak balaha pravadanti na panditaha ekamapyastitas samyak ubhayor vindate phalam. Sankhya yoga pruthak balaha pravadanti na panditaha ekamapyastitas samyak ubhayor vindate phalam. So, see, Bhagavan Krishna says, now these two, Sankhya and Yoga. Now, Sankhya means what here? Sankhya means sannyasa. Jnana, we are discussing about that topic only. Sannyasa and grahastha. Yoga means grahastha karma yoga. Sankhya means Jnana yoga. Jnana yoga representing what? Sannyasa, renunciation. What is Jnanam? Tyagena amritattvamanashuhu. Giving up ego, that is jnanam. So, Sankhya and Yoga, these two, meaning what? Sannyasa and Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga represented by Grahastha Sannyasa represented by Jnana, represented by Sannyasa Ashrama. So, Sannyasa and Sankhya and Yoga, Pruthak. Pruthak means they are separate. They are different. Iti Balaha Pravadanti. Who say, ye Grahastha Ashrama, Karma Yoga is different, Jnana Yoga is different, Sannyasa is different, ये अलग अलग है. Who says that? Balaha pravadanti. Children, ignorant people, uninformed people, immature people, they talk that these two ashramas are different. Because what Krishna said, Bhagavan Krishna, Ubhayoho Shreyaskaram. No, both. Nishreyasakara Ubhav. Bhagavan Krishna already told, both the ashramas lead you to enlightenment. So friends, we should not be depressed of anything in life. That, oh, I became grasti, oh, I did not become sannyasi. Sannyasi or some sannyasi, oh, I would have unnecessarily became monk and suffering. I would have happily continued my job or married. Maybe I would have got protection. Some sannyasis may think like that. And grahasthas also keep thinking that, oh, I would have become monk. As I told you last time, that many people wanted to renounce, but Pujya Gurudev discouraged them that you are not fit for sannyas. So, what is to be handled? As per our prarabdha, whether one is a grahastha or a sannyasi, ashrama I am talking, what is to be handled are raga and dvesha. So, who will consider these two are different, not connected at all? Ignorant people. So, ekamapi, even if you practice one, ekamapi, what is that? Ekamapi, what do you call asti? Astitaha, sorry. Ekamapi astita samyak. Samyak, proper manner, well, in a proper manner, in a well-regulated manner, in a nice manner, in an excellent manner, a very proper manner, if you establish even one, either in a karma yogi or establish yourself in grahastha or karma yoga or establish yourself in jnana, sannyasa ashrama or jnana, establish yourself in one, you will get the phalam of the both. Why? Phalam of the both is one. The fruits of the two. Fruits of the two are not two. The fruits of the two are one. Very interesting. How can, when you talk about karma yoga is different, jnana yoga is different, grahastha ashrama is different, sannyasa ashrama is different, how can they attain same fruit? What are you talking? So, one is grahastha ashrama pravritti marga, sannyasa is nivritti marga. So, both, whether you are grahasti or sannyasi, both life is beautifully efficacious, meaning you can be more efficient as a grahastha, you can be more efficient as sannyasi, wherever destiny has brought you. So, there is absolutely no kind of depression, dejection, cursing oneself. And anybody can curse. My sannyasi also, oh, I made a sannyasi, I became a sannyasi under wrong guru, or I'm working perhaps in a wrong place, wrong time. Some people leave their house with all their good intention. They didn't have any thought of marriage or anything, but then their bodies may not cooperate. They fall frequently sick. Then they go back to home for treatment, take support of family members. Nothing wrong in that. But the question is, that when you can't stand alone, when you can't be alone and do your own work, when you can't cook your food, suppose, or when you can't independently handle your mind because when you are alone, when you cannot take care of your health, when you are need somebody's help always, when you are dependent, when you become dependent, mostly psychologically, emotionally, then you can't be a sannyasi. And some people, they have to struggle after becoming a monk also. Bichare kuch log, at least now I have to, great, great yogi, great Gurudevs, I'm just telling you the story. There was a great Mahatma who was a roommate of Puja Gurudev. When Puja Gurudev went to Shivananda Ashram in Divine Society, okay, I am not revealing the name of the Swami. He was the roommate of Puja Gurudev, Mahayogi. He was younger than Gurudev by few years, but he became sannyasi before Puja Gurudev because Swami Shivanandaji gave him Diksha much before than Chidanandaji and Puja Gurudev, etc. Chidanandaji of Divine Society, etc. So Shivanandaji said, "Oh, Balan, you have come, Gurudev. Okay, you come. Now you go and stay in that room. Both of you are Malayalis. You two Malayalis. Other Swami only told me. Gurudev did not share all this. Other Swamiji recently attained Samadhi. In 2015, he attained Samadhi at the age of 94, I think. So 6 years younger to Gurudev. But he became sannyasi first. So he went there. And he stayed there in the ashram, and then so they lived, and then he used to narrate so many things about Puja Gurudev, and they used to love each other, and they are good friends. But this Mahatma was always contemplative. Mostly, mind was drawn in deeper and deeper meditations. And in ashrama means what? There is a typical shrama also. Effort also has to be, because to run the ashram, cooking is required, cleaning is required, visitors are coming. So much of work is there in ashram. So when this Mahatma used to spend more and more time and used to wander there, and he asked Shivanandaji, Swamiji, my mind is really withdrawn, and I wanted to spend more time in meditation. Can you relieve me of certain responsibilities of the ashram work so that I can spend more time in meditation? This was narrated by Swamiji only. Name I am not revealing. I don't want to. So that Mahatma, because he never allowed me to talk about him in a broadcast manner, with broadcasting his name in. He said, I don't want to be known. कुछ लोग आके जानते थे उनको, मिशन के लोग कुछ लोग जाते हैं, but he never. Once I know in 2001 Chinmaya Mission Jubilee celebrations, Golden Jubilee celebrations, I wanted to went to Swamiji. He was used to live in a secluded place. I went there, Swamiji, to meet him, and said, Swamiji, would you give a small message in a video I will record, and we'll play during that, because you are stayed with Gurudev. He heard it, and I thought he nodded for it. He okayed it, because he did not say, vehemently opposed it. So I came back to my place, and then he sent a word next day through somebody. Ask him, meaning me, ask him not to come to me again if he is planning to record my message and wanted to show everywhere in the world in their Golden Jubilee. If inka plan yahi hai, ask him not to come ever again to me in his life. So next time I went and touched, Swamiji, mujhe message mil gaya mujhe. So he said, you got the message? No, I don't want to be known. Mahayogi. When he said like this to Shivananji, that I am now drawn towards more meditations and I cannot continue. So Shivananji said, because every ashram karma is there. You have to practice karma. Your rules and regulations are there. So Swami Shivananji said, my dear, I understand your mind, because I knew what your condition going through. But if you are continuously meditating here and only come for lunch, breakfast, lunch and dinner and go back, people won't appreciate here. So you better leave the ashram. Go to South India. And I am with you. My blessings are with you. I will never leave you. But go and penance, continue your tapasya. And he attained his own enlightenment. Came back and then secluded. So therefore, every ashrama has its own rules. You cannot say, so all of them are not fit for all, the sannyas ashrama. All of them are not fit. Some are sannyasis, but they cannot control. So, they cannot stay there because of so many problems there. So they come back. But some are again independent. They don't want even an organization also. Like Yogananji or Params Yogananji. Params Yogananji is a great Mahatma he was. But he worked in society, absolutely reveling his mind in highest thing. Ramana Maharshi left everything. Acha Ashrami he was. Params Yogananji you take, or Acha. Puja Gurudev worked in the world around. But so many monks are not like that. So every ashrama, every seeker has to go through what? Primarily, Ragad. So all of them are not capable. Even mentally okay, but physically bodies they may not cooperate. So they cannot continue in sannyas ashrama. But very important is the aim, the goal. If you stick to one ashrama, ekamapi astitaha, but try to stick to one path. Well established in one thing. Either karma yoga, it will purify, because karma yoga, grahastha ashrama. Grahastha ashrama, you stay in grahastha ashrama, practice karma, practice jnana, you will attain the truth. A sannyasi, practicing sannyasa ashrama karma, then sannyasa dharma, practice dharma and meditation, jnana, he will attain the truth. So somebody says, no, one is superior, other is inferior. Balaha pravadanti. Krishna very clearly said, kids speak like this. Immature people, children people, they are bacche. This yoga is different, that yoga is different, this is a grahastha ashrama superior. So, some people tell, oh, grahastha ashrama is bahut badhiya hai, greater than sannyasa. But that is greater than sannyasa in one aspect of it. Why? Because all other three ashramas depend on grahastha ashrama. In that sense, yes, grahastha is important for society. And all cannot become sannyasis. But you cannot make a passing comment and neglect one ashrama, which was again given by the rishis. So don't say this is superior, that is superior. Each has its own rules, each has its own limitations. Each has its own rules and regulations, each has its own difficulties. The path is same. The fundamental is what? Raga Dvesha to be conquered. Therefore, Balaha pravadanti na panditaha. Wise people will never talk about this way, this language, that this is inferior, that is inferior. I heard once a brahmachari somewhere, he was talking, passing comment, hey, grahasti log aise hi hai. So I said, that is a wrong statement to make. As if you are superior to them. So this kind of a diversion in the mind mein ye hai. So grahasti should not have, I am inferior. That also you should not have, call it, if you're feeling. Or you should not, I am superior to sannyasi. Some grahastis, some people say, hey, to sannyasi log bhik maang ke jeene wale hai. Hum yadi khana nahi khilayenge, mar jayenge. That also is arrogance. I was told somebody was talking like that in a meeting. Oh, we have to look after them. What is nonsense? What did they do? They are become burden. No, they are not. So this these kinds of talk, this kind of, we are all souls evolving on the path of spirituality, evolution. Wherever Lord has placed you, do it. But fundamental rule, Bhagavan Krishna said, if you can conquer Raga Dvesha and establish yourself in one path, either Grahastha Ashrama or Sannyasa Ashrama, either in Karma Yoga or in Jnana Yoga, eventually you are bigger Jnana. Sannyasa Ashrama also you practice Karma and Jnana. Grahastha Ashrama also you can practice Karma and Jnana. So eventually your karmas, respect to ashrama karmas, will lead you to jnana. Jnana is not two. Ultimate result is one and the same. So ekamapi astitah samyak ubhayor vindate phalam. See, as I told you already that in Mundaka Upanishad the parampara is different. Brahma is a father come guru. Atharvaya Jeshtaputrayaha. He spoke to Atharva Jeshtaputra. I told him, Brugurvai Varunahi, Varunam Pitarmapasasara. So Swetaketu also. So therefore, that is parampara. Anywhere you are, you can gain jnana. But free ourselves from raga dvesha. All burdens will go away. So either you grahastha-ashrami, ekamapi astita samyak. See that you are established in that ashrama dharma properly. Practice karma and jnana in that ashrama. You can realize the truth. According to one's own prarabdha, the ashramas will come. Very beautiful. Isn't it? Yat sankhyaih prapyate sthanam tad yogairapi gamyate ekam sankhyan cha yogam cha yah pashyati sa pashyati. Yat sankhyaih prapyate sthanam tad yogairapi gamyate ekam sankhyan cha yogam cha yah pashyati sa pashyati. He sees, who sees these two are one. Meaning what? Yat sankhyahi prapyate sthanam. That sthanam, goal, which is reached by sankhya, following by a path of sannyasi. So what is that which is achieved, goal achieved by sannyasis? Sankhya, jnanam, sannyasis achieved. Whatever sthanam, goal they achieve, tad yogairapi gamyate. Same is attained by karma yogis also, grahasthi also. Krishna, Bhagavan Krishna is giving such a tremendous clarity to all of us. Only thing is we should study Bhagavad Gita properly with the great blessings of our Puja Gurudev or Guru Parampara. My Guru is one principle, but Guru Parampara, Gurudev is a master of yoga, master of Gita. He only brought this Gita Prachar through Gita Jnana Yajna concept. He brought the Bhagavad Gita book out from the puja rooms and also which are used only when somebody dies. From that idea to Gita Prachara itna kara diya duniya mein. No, so many people are inspired by Bhagavad Gita. Everyone became small teachers in their own way and spreading this beautiful knowledge of Gita. So that Krishna very clearly says, that which is attained by sannyasis is also attained by karma yogi. Karma yogi sannyasa. So, yeah, ekam sankhyam cha yogam cha. One who sees these two are one properly, ya pashyati sapashyati. So, whoever he sees, he who sees sannyasa and karma yoga as the same, they alone can see properly, completely, wholly. So Gurudev gives a beautiful example, whether in Grihastha or Sannyasa Ashrama. Gurudev gives an example, Jnana and Karma and Jnana. Why? Gurudev, I already told you this example long time back. Same road, up to one point A to point B, Ramana Maharshi Marga, point B to point C is Mahatma Gandhi Marga. Some other Marga. Marga is same. Road is same. But points, when evolution may, at one point is called practice. And then once we shift our consciousness from the Grihastha, the Karma Yoga mentality, Karma Yoga to Jnana, more Jnana. Karma Yoga means what? With ego, Bhoktrutva Bhava is given up. I retain my ego. I retain my sense of doership. I did not give my sense of give up my sense of doership, but I gave up the sense of enjoyership. The fruits are given to Ishvara, surrendered to Ishvara, shared with public, everybody. I don't claim anything of them. I take it whatever it is as a prasad for my existence. I don't have any hold on the fruits. The fruits are all for public welfare, family welfare, society's welfare. Ishvaras, you got surrendered to Ishvara. I don't claim anything. I'm not attached to fruits of it, fruits of my work. But yes, Kartritva Bhava is not given up. I still feel I'm happy. I'm doing it. It's okay. Fine. That's one stage. But later on, I realized that even Karta, that is that being a doer also is an illusion, because the Prakriti Kriyamanani Gunaik Karmani Sarvashaha Ahankara Vimudhatma Kartaham Vidamanyate. Prakriti is doing all my activities according to vasanas. The Ahankar, one who's got doctorate in stupidity, as Gurudev would say, he only claims that he is a doer. Therefore, he is caught up. So when you understand that I am not the doer also is given up. The sense of ego is also given up. He becomes a jnani. So first, give up the enjoyership, sense of enjoyership. Eventually grow to understand that everything is being done by Ishvara. Then the sense of doership also is given up. So they are on the same line, as Gurudev beautifully explains it. So in Grihastha Ashram also, karma and jnana, sannyasa, karma, jnana. But either you establish yourself in one thing, you can get ubhayor vindate palam. And also, these two, one who sees these two as one, he alone sees ya pashyati, sapashyati. So Grihasthas also will get same result, sannyasis also will get same result. In enlightenment, there are no ekaya ubhayor vindate palam. The fruits of both the attempt, meaning they are not different fruit. Ultimate fruit is self-realization. You cannot say the one who achieved moksha through this is superior, one who achieved moksha through this mark is inferior. Nonsense it is. It's all nonsense. In every ashrama, there are plus and minus points are there. So, Bhagavan Krishna is very clear. Arjuna, I don't want you to go and take sannyasi, so become sannyasi. Why? You are not fit for it. You will suffer. You will have to come back again into the world. You will mess up your life. Challenges are both, but you like this kind of lifestyle only. So you stick to Grihastha Ashrama, practice karma, and eventually you realize the truth. Okay? So I'll stop here for today. So we'll continue from 6th sloka. But is it easy to gain sannyasa? Krishna says no, it's difficult to get sannyasa. Easy to become grihastha. Difficult to get sannyas. Ashrama to become sannyasi is difficult. Krishna says. So for majority, it is prescribed only grihastha ashrama. So more we'll see from 6th verse. Okay, next Saturday. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Samasta Guru Parampara Ki Jai. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Thank you all. Om Namah Shivaya.